All right, welcome back to the Post-Gazette Sports YouTube page. I am Brad Everett, joined today by our Girls Athlete of the Week, Skyler Gates from Brownsville High School. She dropped 30 points and 35 points in 2 games last week on the basketball court, and it actually turned out to be the final games of her career. Why? Because she's going to be an early enrollee at the University of Virginia. She's also a volleyball standout. That's actually her best sport. We'll get into all that and more in a minute. Shout out to our sponsor, though, Dave & Buster's of Homestead. As part of the recognition, Skylar will receive a Dave & Buster's gift basket, including a D&B Power Card that can be picked up at the Dave & Buster's Homestead location. But the party doesn't stop there. Beginning Wednesday of this week, December 24th through December 30th, anyone from Brownsville who visits the Dave & Buster's Homestead location and mentions their school, Dave & Buster's will take off 20% of their check and donate it to the Brownsville Parent-Teacher Organization. So bring your friends, classmates, teammates, everybody. Get your butts down to Dave & Buster's Homestead, where you can watch and play sports. And they got the Pop-A-Shot game down there. I always like playing that. But please visit Dave & Buster's, proud sponsor of the Post-Gazette Athlete of the Week. Skylar, it was a big week for you last week. I mean, your final 2 games of your basketball career, you're going to be headed off to Virginia first week of January, starting classes on January 12th. Now, what were those emotions like, knowing that that was your last game there last Thursday?
It was exciting. I was nervous. I felt a little bit of every emotion, to be honest. And losing to a buzzer beater also made it kind of like, it just didn't feel real.
You chose to enroll early, so you're going to miss a good portion of your basketball season, miss softball season, miss a lot of things that like are kind of big things for kids their senior year. Was it a difficult decision to choose to enroll early like you did?
Not really, to be honest. I think I'm ready to move on and go to the next steps.
Now, one thing I don't know if I mentioned before, Skylar, she's got some length to her, 6'4", one of the tallest players in the WPIAL. Skylar, was there ever a time where you thought maybe basketball would be the sport that you would pursue in college?
I actually wanted to play softball in college. Whenever I was in middle school, that's probably what I was most into. I was a catcher, and then my dad made me go to one of the volleyball tryouts, and I just fell in love with the sport after that.
At 6'4", have you ever tried dunking before?
Yeah, I'm getting onto the rim. I can touch like my fingers, but I don't know how to. Like, I haven't been taught how to. I think if I was taught right, I'd be able to do it.
Do people ever stop you and ask you if you're a basketball player?
Yeah, all the time. Every time I'm outside.
What's your response?
I go, yeah, but I'm more of a volleyball player.
At 6'4", I mean, who's the next tallest player on your team? How tall are they?
Probably Ava Clark. She's about 5'8".
Okay. So there's a good 8 inches right there.
Yeah, it doesn't look that big of a gap until you really like think about it, and it's like, wow, I really am like so much taller than everybody else.
I imagine that would show up if you guys took a team photo. Have you done that yet this year? Like, does it really show in that?
Yeah, I'm like a head taller than everyone else.
Now you've scored 1,000 points in basketball, and I know you also have over 1,000 kills in volleyball. Which one kind of means more to you?
I would say probably the volleyball kills, because I think it's so much harder to do, especially whenever it only counts as 1 point instead of 2. So that's probably what would count more for me.
Of course, name, image, and likeness, NIL, has been a big part of college sports right now, last couple years. Like we hear it all the time in football and basketball, but how big is NIL in college women's volleyball?
I think it's pretty big there too. I'm honestly not 100% sure. I haven't looked into it too much yet.
How big has the transfer portal affected recruiting for you guys?
It's been a really big part of UVA, I know that. And just in volleyball in general, there's been a lot of transfers, especially lately.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a big part of our team too. We've had a lot of transfers.
Okay. Going to school maybe in a little bit warmer of a climate, like did that kind of play a part in your decision?
No, honestly, what I was looking most for when picking a college was a nice campus. I don't like city campuses. They're like so compact and so busy all the time. I wanted like kind of like a town, like UVA. UVA is probably my dream school, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Just a few fun ones here to finish up here. Favorite Christmas movie?
Either Home Alone or A Christmas Story.
Okay, yeah, two
Yeah.
classics right there. Like you can't go wrong with either one.
Yeah.
Christmas gift you most want? Is there like a Christmas gift that you asked for that you're really hoping for?
There were these Steve Madden boots that I really wanted. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get them anymore, but those I've had my eye on them for a minute now.
And just one more. Your most favorite Christmas gift you've ever gotten? Is there anything that kind of pops in your mind that was like, man, like this was like the ultimate gift?
Um, I think I don't remember how old I was, but there was a Christmas whenever my parents got me and my brother a PS4, and that's probably like the one gift that I'd say because I still use it sometimes.
Okay. Okay. Mine was I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but there was a video game system called Sega Genesis. Sega, and they had a game called Sonic the Hedgehog that was like real popular, but like that was one of my favorite Christmas gifts as a kid. And that was like in the early 90s though. So
Yeah, I mean I've heard of Sega before, yeah, and Sonic.
yeah. Okay.
They're still pretty big.
Yeah. That's true, I guess. Well, hey, Skyler, thank you so much for joining us on here. And congratulations on a great week on the basketball court. Congratulations here on graduation and getting started down at UVA. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for the interview.
No problem at all, Skyler. All right. See you. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you for checking out this content from Post-Gazette Sports. If you watch this video on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. For all of the sports coverage the Post-Gazette has to offer, visit post-gazette.com.